Hi kids, Inverted Cow here. This is day 2 of me playing on this
I'm about 50
Agrarian
fish.
Skies. You may hear Mouse playing in the background. She's on a new server. Our server went down and hasn't come back up yet, so we're not sure if he is or
Oh,
not.
sweet. We're on the same page.
Behind me on the wall here, you'll see some zombie meat drying on drying racks. It
I
turns
like
into
it.
monster jerky. Always good to save. Here's one of the first things you probably will get in one of your quests. Definitely needed. It's the frying pan. Put it on the ground and you can place sticks in it, and then when you put food in, it cooks it. Only thing you got to make sure is do not fill all the slots because it will not cook anything if the slots are all filled. Um, okay.
Okay, so who do I gotta kill?
You only have a couple of things you can build in any of the tools. You can't build the Maddock as I showed in my last video. I built an axe using using flint that came with it. Now it has a slightly low durability of 171. It's good. It works. These power-ups that are on there come as you use tools. I did a mistake and I was looking for other materials and I put some bones in here and I got myself some bone axes. I actually got about 10 or 12 of them. And I just use them until they wear out, but they actually have a durability of 200. They're actually a little bit better. So get some skeletons to die in the background, make yourself some bone axes. They chop trees fairly well. One of the things you have to do, and basically if you notice, I have been chopping a lot of trees and the island has been very seriously renovated. That's pretty much all I've been doing. I cut down the trees. I was using half slabs on low to build a platform so I don't fall off. I have a little tree farm over here. Basically, I just put the dirt in the half slab and I chop. All I do is break the leaves until you get a sapling, replant the sapling, and then once you finally get enough iron, build a pair of shears and collect the leaves. Um, I got a rubber tree seed at one point, and I planted that and started it growing. I had planted my first spruce sapling over here at one point, but it dropped and did not drop any saplings. So I went quite a while with no spruce, and I just got spruce sapling seed from my dirt a while ago. Um, one of your quests in the quest book, one of the quests in your quest book is to make these better barrels. There's some upgrades you have to make to actually complete the quest. It's the very first one in the Go for the Hoarding series. You have to make the better barrels, and then there's a structural upgrade and a storage upgrade. I haven't finished this quest yet, but it's definitely something to look into, and it's a great way to store stuff early on, similar to the other barrels. I got a saguaro cactus seed. I planted it on a sand block on my island before I actually broke the rest of the island down. This first cactus grew. Unfortunately, it rains very, very rarely. It's only rained 3 times on this since I started playing on this map. So yeah, the barrels fill up with water, but uh, it's slow going. The basic thing you're doing is harvesting trees, making dirt. You take the dirt, you sift the dirt, you take the dirt, you sift the dirt, you get stones. You also get occasionally seeds, grass seeds, normal seeds, um, various random other seeds. including your tree seeds and whatnot. You make your seeds into a 4x4, or your stones into a 4x4 square. That gives you cobble. You break the cobble. You sift the gravel. It's tedious. It's repetitive, and repetitive, and then you do it again. There is an ore doubling mechanic that I saw in one video. You take the gravel stone. You make the same thing. You take the ore. You can't smelt these and get an ingot, but you can get an ingot if you smelt it at any one of these stages. So you take the ore, you make a gravel. Now, and you bust that. I'm going to bust these while I'm at it. Now what happens is, you occasionally, not always, but a lot of the times, you get a bonus, one bonus piece. So every time through, you get a bonus piece. It doesn't double your ore, but honestly, every drop counts. So you just use your hammer. Oh, there goes my wooden hammer. It finally died. And that just gave me 4. See, that time it only gave me 4. Last time it gave me 5. So it can add up, and then it gives you 1 copper dust, or 1 dust. Throw the dust in your oven. I've been making charcoal quite extensively lately. It's the only thing I can think of to do with all this wood. These ovens appear to be less than 100% effective on their cooking, but no big deal. I've been making charcoal, so that's why I've got a barrel full of the stuff. There is a steam engine I can make for power, and I'm going to use the charcoal for that. The drawback is, of course, so far I've got 1 iron and or 1 lead and like 1 iron ore dust. These I got out of a quest bag. I did the kitchen quest, Hell's Kitchen, the very first one. You get 4 iron ingots, and I used those. I did that quest just so I could get the iron to make these shears, because the shears increases your dirt production. I went up here where the water source blocks were, and I've just made a bit of a garden. As you can see, I did get seeds from 1 plant. Now if you right click on the seeds that are ripe, you just harvest them and you don't have to replant them. It's kind of nice. One thing I am planning on making is something to help me pick these things up. I did put netting down on here, fish nets down on here, but I had a problem as I wouldn't always get back up here to collect the drops. So until I get a way to collect drops, I'm pretty much done for. Just jumped on that dirt and didn't break it. Good. And the thing tells you what your growth is, so that's kind of handy too. I still do get mob spawns up around my garden. I made some torches. I'm going to throw them around up there sooner or later. The rest of my area has no mob spawns, but they will spawn on the dirt blocks where the trees are. So if you want to put torches around where your tree farm is, that'll help reduce those. I'm just going to quickly do an overnight here. Now you'll notice I'm starving. My health crops are saying starving. Cooked food gives you more than raw food. So corn gives you a morsel. Popped corn gives you a snack. Now a snack is equivalent to 1 full health pop of food. The more detailed your meal, the better off it is. So if you make a loaf of Minecraft bread, I haven't gotten the things together to make flour yet, so I'm trying to save some of this. Now when you get too much wheat, you just throw it in the composters. But if you eat bread, it's a nourishing light meal. If you eat toast, it's actually a little bit better meal. See, it also says a nourishing light meal, but it actually gives you a little bit better food. I just keep this stocked with sticks, and I just throw food in here and let it cook as I go, and then I always have stuff. Haven't done any real fishing for a while. The first couple of days, that's all I did was fishing. This one requires bait, and uh, it's a pain in the butt. It is. It really is a pain in the butt to use. But there we go. Day 2 of working on the Agrarian Skies, however you want to call it. After I've reset it, and that's about as far as I've gotten. And yes, I do name my builds, even when I'm single player. I name my house. It's a habit I wish a lot more people would get into, because so many times on servers you find unnamed buildings, you don't know whose they are or who put them up. It's like, honestly guys, a couple of sticks, a piece of wood, and 30 seconds out of your life, it ain't going to kill you. Just wanted to show one more thing before I forget. This is some of the junk you get from the dirt and the gravel and whatnot. Amber, I picked up a lapis from somewhere, an apatite from somewhere, a mana bean popped in at one point. This is stuff I've gotten from the spoils bags. I don't know what you call them, the quest bags. They gave me some glowstone bricks, some blackstone bricks, and some lapis bricks. Also all these purple stairs. I've got this purple stair one twice now. So it's helpful. You get these building blocks because everything is rare. Building materials are rare. It's hard to come by. You have to really decide what are you going to put in where. Like, you can't just go, oh, I'm just going to crank out 1,000 things. You got to boil cobble to make lava. That takes about 10 or 15 cobbles to make 1 bucket of lava. I've already put like 4 in there, and it's, as you can see, it's still very low. You need cobble to make the material. My axe, my hatchet here, goes through flint fairly quickly, and every now and then you get a flint drop off your gravel. So I try to use that. That's why I went to the bone ones. These my bonehead axes I made. Like I said, I made a whole stack of them. I didn't mean to, but it's a misclick. But they work, and I'll use them up. Yeah, that's about all. So there we go. Now I'm going to say goodnight and so long to everybody, and I'll talk to you all later. And look, I'm starving again. And the days go by so fast. Okay, kids. Talk to you later.